Stop thinking you know everything.
I don't think that I know everything.
But you do. You didn't even suggest that. Well, I seemed like, no, you were mad at me the first thing this morning. Like, you don't, it's not fair. I'm so done with not fair.
I mean, I don't always think that things are fair, but...
Yeah, and you bitch about it all the time, so I get to also.
No, I'm not, I don't feel like I'm doing that.
Okay, we're done talking.
You wanted to talk.
No, I didn't. You asked me questions. You trapped me into talking. I didn't say I wanted to talk. So you're doing it again, and it's not even true.
Well, maybe that is true. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have come along.
All I did was ask for the keys, and you started asking me a bunch of questions.
I asked if you were mad.
And I didn't answer.
I don't want to make you mad.
I wasn't mad. I'm getting mad. No, it's the truth. And you don't listen to me. You just think you know everything, and you don't know everything.
No, I know that I don't know everything.
But you do. You do think you know everything because you walk around talking like everything that comes out of your mouth is fact. And you don't even question it. You don't even question if maybe you read it wrong.
Okay. Well, you said that you were upset because I told Tara to tell you that I was busy.
Well, I didn't wake up mad then, did I?
Okay, you're saying I caused you to be mad.
No, because I wasn't mad. I was unhappy because when I tried to call and talk to you, you told her to just tell me that you were busy. Like, no explanation, no context, just, you're too busy for me. And that did bother me. I wasn't mad. But you've decided to paint a picture that I woke up mad.
Okay.
And you've decided that I was mad, which I wasn't. And I am a little bit now. Because you do this. You do this whole thing where you decide you know what's going on. And then you tell everybody or yourself that this is the way it is. And it's not fair. I don't do that to you. I don't walk around talking about you were... I don't do that. I think it's bullshit. Stop telling me what I'm feeling. Okay. Stop telling other people you think you know what I'm feeling.
Okay. I have a hard time understanding you.
Well, then remember that.
I don't know what do you mean by that?
Instead of running around thinking you know what's going on, think for a second that I have a hard time knowing what's going on with him. Instead of walking around, you started the story with me telling me that I woke up mad. That wasn't even true. You have no idea how I felt when I woke up this morning. And I was bothered legitimately, whether you like it or not, or agree with it or not, because you basically just said, tell him I'm busy. And that's, to me, that's just like, that's the same thing as saying I'm too busy for you.
No,
like, I didn't even deserve an explanation for why I wasn't getting talked to.
Well, she wasn't talking to you. That was the first thing I wanted her to say to you. I said, tell him I'm busy. And neither one of you said anything to each other. I said,
yeah, I hung up because I was offended.
I was literally leaning over cleaning up dog poo. What did you want me to say? I said, tell Dad. She took the phone out of my pocket. I wasn't going to answer it. She took the phone out of my pocket. I had gloves on. My hands were filthy. And answered it. And I said, well, tell Dad that I'm busy. Because she wasn't saying anything. And I was in the middle of cleaning up dog stuff so the dogs didn't jump in it, so they didn't track it all over the house. And you jumped to conclusions that I was
there you go again.
Not caring about you.
Okay. No, I didn't jump to conclusions.
Okay.
And I've said this 1,000 times to you. Words matter. If you're just going to say, I'm busy, I'm not jumping to conclusions. That just conveys to me that you're too busy to talk to me. And I could hear you, yes. Yes, Tara wasn't talking to me. Yes, that bothered me that Tara didn't even say a word. I just sat there on the phone and then you guys conversed. But if you can tell Tara to tell me that you're busy, you can also tell Tara that my hands are too dirty to answer the phone, that I'm trying, you could have literally just started talking. Or talking loud enough or trying to talk loud enough to make sure that I could hear you. Or be like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't answer the phone right now because of my hands. I'll tell Dad I'll call it back, Something more than just I'm busy. And saying I didn't jump to conclusions. You want to imply that I misinterpreted what you were meaning or what you meant by that. That's a more reasonable argument. But saying that I jumped to conclusions, I didn't jump to any conclusions. I heard what you had to say, and I felt like you just are too busy for me. And I'm already not feeling great because I thought everything was great and you're trying to get rid of me.
I never once said I was trying to get rid of you.
Telling me that you wanted me to move out and separate and possibly move into the trailer is getting rid of me. Don't do this.
I think that's how you feel, but that's not what my intentions were.
I don't care.
And I talked to you, and I was open and vulnerable with you, and now I'm feeling like...
No, I told you it hurt me, and it doesn't... You don't get to act... Don't you dare start acting like you're offended, because I am hurt, and I'm allowed to be hurt. And I didn't do anything wrong, and I listened to you, I was receptive to you, and I'm allowed to be hurt.
Yeah, but it's what you're doing with that hurt.
No, because there's other things that have happened since then. And you make me feel like you don't want to be around me. And I was safe and felt secure before this. And I wasn't like paranoid until after you told me that you were thinking about having me leave. And now I'm looking at stuff, I'm going, well, it's okay, she's not being affectionate with me. Like, she doesn't...
I have been.
No.
I have been sleeping with you.
Okay, yes. And you slept with me right before you told me, or right before you went and told him that you wanted to...
Yeah, because I was told that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, so I don't think that you're being affectionate with me because you want to be with me. I'm thinking you were just doing what you feel like your duty is, and you still want to get rid of me. So that doesn't make me feel secure. What I'm noticing is there was one day when you went and kissed on my back, and that made me feel like you actually had some feelings for me, and then that disappeared. And now you're not doing anything to show me any kind of affection. You're having sex with me because you feel that's your duty. But it doesn't apparently mean anything.
Because you...
Why would I not feel the way I feel? Why would I not be extremely hurt and paranoid right now?
Jacob... There are consequences for every action and everything we do.
Yep.
There are ways that we can make people feel things that push people away. You can't...
Yep, you're doing it right now.
Okay. I can't.
No, you want to act like it's only your feelings, like only you matter.
No, but I'm just addressing my feelings currently.
Because you're only focusing on your feelings.
That's not true.
No, it's the absolute
I have
truth.
been listening to you, and I am explaining my motives.
90% of the time, you're just waiting to talk. You are not. You may be listening to me, but you don't care about my feelings. You don't care about what I'm saying. You're waiting. No, you are waiting. Just waiting to talk about your feelings.
That's not what I'm doing right now.
Okay, sure. Are the consequences you're referring to consequences that you have? Or you're talking about consequences that I have?
Look, I think we misunderstand each other a lot. I think, though, that sometimes I just feel very restricted in what I can say and what I can do. And it makes me feel suffocated. I don't know how to get past this because you hold so strongly to your belief system and what you think is righteous, but I often disagree.
What do I think is righteous?
The reprimanding.
What reprimanding?
I just feel like I'm in trouble, and I'm so tired of feeling like I'm in trouble.
Okay, how am I making you feel like you're in trouble?
If you can't understand how can we even get to a point?
No, you can't not communicate and just act like I'm supposed to understand what you're talking about.
Because of the way you're talking to me.
I'm upset. I'm upset because of how I've been treated over the last 4 or 5 days, whatever it is.
Have you once really dug deep and considered to yourself and dwelled on why your wife, who loves you dearly,
You can't say that.
would consider having you go stay somewhere else?
No.
No?
And you can't say that because you know what? You can't say my wife who loves me dearly, who's trying to get me to move out, that is not a sign of a wife who loves me dearly. You're trying to get rid of me. You're trying to make me leave. No, I'm not done. You're not going to interrupt me and act like, you're not, don't act like you're better than me.
I'm not doing that.
But you are. You cannot just, you act like your actions don't mean anything and I'm supposed to just take it. I'm just supposed to take everything you want to dish out at me, and it's my problem. I'm the only one that needs to fix myself. I'm the only one who's done any wrong, and it's my ramifications. It's my consequences for my actions. But you're sitting over there not realizing that you're not fixing you, that you're not, I mean, you have been, or I thought you were, doing a lot better. And I was really secure, and I was really doing, I was doing well. And you went and sabotaged everything, and I'm not done, so don't interrupt before you think about it. But I was trying. I was doing everything that I was supposed to. You said everything was good, but you still just wanted to get rid of me. And it doesn't matter what I do. You say maybe I'm supposed to go look at myself and what do you think I've been doing? You just want to get rid of me. You don't care what I do. You don't care how I act. No matter what I do, it's never good enough. You still just want to get rid of me. I've been working so hard on being the best person I can be. I have made huge leaps, and then all of it just feels undone. All of it just feels like you just didn't care. Like you don't care. You say you want me to do these things. You say you want me to better myself, and then you've convinced yourself that I couldn't have done it without leaving and going away or going to have anger management or whatever. And you want to tell me that God and I can't do it alone, that I have to have some therapist or something. And you want to talk about believing in miracles and having faith, and then you just throw me out the door.
That's not what I'm trying to do.
But it's what you're doing.
I
Don't act like you, just because Intentions are not everything. And I don't even believe you. I don't even believe you, Danielle. You say this is not what you're trying to do, but it is. You are listening to Satan say, hey, separation's the answer. And even God says separation is not the answer. Even God said that, and even statistics tell you that separation leads to divorce. And you just like, hey, I don't care. Go away. You don't care about my feelings. You only think about your own.
None of that is true.
Bullshit. You literally just sat here and told me you weren't even focusing on your own emotions, and then you literally sat down and only talked about your emotions.
That's not.
You're a hypocrite. Don't even say you're not.
Okay.
You are.
Okay.
No, you can't say I'm not focusing on just my own feelings and then sit there and talk for 15 minutes about only your feelings.
Jacob.
Whatever.
I know that I am deeply flawed.
Yeah, but you won't admit what you do wrong when you do wrong.
No, that's
you
not
aren't.
True. That's not true.
You are not talking. You are not admitting anything that you have done. You only have talked about your feelings and basically ignoring my feelings.
I haven't been ignoring you at all.
Whatever. I'm done talking to you.
Why?
Because you refuse to actually admit you've done anything and admit that, hey, yeah, I was focusing on myself. Because you were not focusing on me. You've not once addressed kindly any of my emotions or regarding how you've made me feel because of what you did.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I told you that Jacob, I have told you how the thought of you not being in our house is heart-wrenching to me. I have told you how I like...
Nothing I have said today have you addressed once. Telling me what you said...
What is it you want me to address right now?
My feelings.
Okay, I know...
How you made me feel.
I did say I never want to make you hurt. Like, I never want to make you feel sad.
But you did.
Okay, I know that I did, but only because I was telling you the truth.
Okay, we're done talking. Because you just have an excuse for everything.
I was open. You make me regret being vulnerable with you.
Fine. Blame me. You're not at fault. It's all my fault. Everything's my fault.
That's not what I'm saying.
You were vulnerable with me, so I'm not allowed to have feelings, and I'm not allowed to ask you to care about my feelings because you were vulnerable with me. I'm sorry. I'll stop feeling.
No,
and then I'll move out as soon as possible.
No, I'm trying to tell you. I was telling you because I was telling you that wasn't what I wanted. You said that you could do it. You said that you could be calm and gentle, and I thought we had a really good conversation. I thought that it was a breakthrough. I thought...
Well, I didn't expect you to... No, let's be honest. I'm hurt more than I want to let on. I thought that maybe you were gonna, show that that's what you really wanted. I haven't felt any of your supposed connection and love since our conversation. The only things you have done is the normal stereotypical things that for us in our relationship is stereotypical. Like, you've rubbed my back. But you haven't shown me any affection. You haven't came over to me and shown any kind of lovey anything towards me. All you have done is, and you've kind of done the opposite. You've grunted when I've asked you to cuddle with me. You've moved away from me. You don't seem to be trying to spend any time. In fact, you seem to be trying to get away from me and spend more time away from me since then.
No, that's not true.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm glad I'm just dismissed.
That's not...
It's not true.
That's just not how I've viewed the things that are going on.
So it's not true because you don't realize it. It's not true.
Well, no, like, you're saying, like, it's intentional and none of these things are intentional.
No, what I said is this is what you've done since then. I didn't say anything about intentional. I said this is what I've noticed. It seems like you're trying to get away from me. It seems like you're trying to spend less time with me.
You aren't
being very affectionate towards me.
Elijah's getting in the car.
Of course.